Have you ever been so obsessed with a story that you feel like you're living in it? For me, an ordinary office worker named Kim Dokja, that feeling just became terrifyingly real. My one escape from the daily grind was a web novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. It was a beast of a story, over 3,000 chapters long, and for 10 long years, I was its one and only reader. I followed the protagonist, Yoo Jung-hyuk, through his endless struggles, his countless regressions, his lonely fight to save a doomed world. I knew every twist, every character, every hidden piece of information. The day I read the final chapter, I felt a strange mix of satisfaction and emptiness. The author even sent me a thank you message and a special gift for my dedication. Little did I know, that gift was about to become my lifeline. I was on the subway, heading home, scrolling through the comments section of the final chapter. Just another mundane evening commute. Suddenly, the lights flickered and the train screeched to a halt. A deafening silence fell over the car, and then chaos. A creature appeared out of thin air, right in the middle of our subway car. It was small, furry, with little horns, floating in the air like a twisted, demonic fairy. It called itself a dokebi. My blood ran cold. I knew that name. I knew that creature. It was straight from the first chapter of the novel. The dokebi, with a sickeningly cheerful voice, announced that our free service had ended. The world as we knew it was over. From now on, we were all participants in a deadly game, a series of main scenarios broadcast live for cosmic beings called constellations. Our lives were now their entertainment. My mind was reeling. This couldn't be happening. It was just a story, a work of fiction I'd just finished reading. But the terrified screams of the people around me, the holographic screen that appeared before my eyes, it was all too real. The first scenario was simple, yet utterly horrifying. "Prove your value," the dokebi chirped. "Kill 1 or more living things." The penalty for failure? Death. Panic erupted. People were screaming, crying, looking at each other with fear and suspicion. Some were looking at the insects on the floor, others at the elderly woman in the corner. The countdown timer on the screen ticked relentlessly downwards. My heart hammered against my ribs. This was it, the start of the apocalypse, the exact scene from chapter 1. While everyone else was panicking, my mind was racing. I wasn't just Kim Dokja, the office worker, anymore. I was Kim Dokja, the sole reader of 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. I knew what was coming next. I knew the traps, the loopholes, the hidden conditions. The protagonist of the novel, Yoo Jung-hyuk, was a regressor. He had lived through this scenario multiple times and knew how to survive. But he wasn't here, not in this subway car. It was just me, and a car full of terrified people about to turn on each other. I saw a high school student, Lee Gil-young, clutching a bug collecting case, his face pale with fear. I knew his future from the novel. I saw Yu Sang-ga, my co-worker, trying to calm people down, her usual competence useless in the face of this madness. I saw a man in a military uniform, Lee Hun-sung, standing frozen, his sense of duty clashing with the impossible command. I knew them all. They were characters, but now they were real, breathing people, and their lives were in my hands. The novel's protagonist, Yoo Jung-hyuk, would have made a ruthless choice here. He would have sacrificed others to get ahead, to become stronger for the trials to come. But I wasn't him. I was just a reader. A reader who knew that the definition of living thing was broader than anyone imagined. The countdown was in its final seconds. A man lunged at another with a desperate cry. It was now or never. I had to act. "Everyone calm down!" I shouted, my voice trembling but firm. "The scenario doesn't say you have to kill a person." I pointed at Lee Gil-young's bug case. "Insects! Bugs count! They're living things!" A wave of realization, then frantic action, swept through the car. People started stomping on crickets, squashing flies, doing whatever they could to fulfill the condition. I myself grabbed the boy's net and swung it, catching a grasshopper. A message appeared before my eyes. You have killed a non-human living thing. You have fulfilled the condition of scenario number 1. We survived. The immediate threat was over. Relief washed over the passengers, but it was short-lived. The Dakobi looked at us, its smile widening. It seemed disappointed by our cooperation. It then announced the rewards, and the true horror of this new world began to sink in. We were rewarded with coins, the currency of this apocalypse, a currency earned through violence and spectacle. Some who had killed more than one creature got more coins. Already, a new hierarchy based on bloodshed was forming. And then I saw him. In the reflection of the dark subway window, a man in the adjacent car stood amidst a scene of carnage. He was tall, impossibly handsome, with a cold, detached look in his eyes. He held a bloody weapon, surrounded by bodies. He had cleared his scenario a different way, the ruthless way. There was no mistaking him. That was Yoo Jung-hyuk, the protagonist, the hero of the story I had spent 10 years reading. And he was looking right at me. Our eyes met through the glass. He had noticed me. He had noticed the one person in this car who cleared the scenario without killing a single human. My secret knowledge had saved us, but it had also put a target on my back. In a world that was now a story I knew by heart, I, the reader, had just altered the opening scene. And in doing so, I had caught the attention of the story's main character. The Dakibi giggled, announcing the next scenario would begin shortly. The doors to the broken-down subway car hissed open, revealing a destroyed station, the sky outside burning red. This was my reality now. The novel had come to life, and the first chapter had only just ended. My unique apocalypse had begun. Thank you so much for watching this story unfold with me. It's going to be a wild ride, and I've only just scratched the surface. If you are as captivated as I am, and want to see how a reader can survive a world he thought was only fiction, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss what happens when I finally come face to face with the protagonist. See you in the next episode.